Alright, good evening. Haven't played this in a while because of internet troubles, and I hope it's steady now. After it's officially been fixed. I'm pretty sure I upgraded everything, every one I wanted to upgrade. No, I did a mission after that, right? Okay. So... how much would an upgrade cost, actually? 321, so that's not that much. Gonna start with upgrading a bit. Then this adds one of each. Well, this adds only 2 energy, so I'm gonna keep that. He's basically fully equipped anyway. Right, you are the heavy weapons guy for now. Can I put this on you? How much cooldown does this have? 3. Slot on. Unplug that. Invocate Blaster. Do I have anything? This costs 3. The heavy phosphor blaster. Put that in there. And then get something without cognition cost in the other slot. Incinerate more max, critical chance. And a second upgrade. So from now on he will lose HP after every attack. Well, I hope that was just... okay, so from now on he will lose HP after every attack and then restore HP at the end. But he will also deal an additional damage for every attack he does. Now I've unlocked this for more max HP. This is energy armor is better. This is a refractor field generated. This is a better version. Yeah, this is the better version. You also had a specific Energeia enhancers. Do I have one of those? I don't think I do. So this thing, it still is. And then grab a heal. Oh no, I already have the Mechadendrites, right. Courageous Claw? Courageous Claw. Grab an additional heal. He doesn't want a melee weapon, so he shan't get one. Right, a second Lex Mechanic. +1 to both armor types, I think actually really good. And you're the Secutor, you're the buffer. I think I can lose the scanner. And then I definitely want the better mask. And you basically just want to stay alive. You don't necessarily need to deal damage. Okay, and then you are Mr. Melee. Same Xenorite build. you do not want ranged weapons for Traveler. Okay, you give physical armor. You are the exact same mask, but the Xenorite one looks better. Looks better with the funky green. Do I have a better? No, I do not. Didn't I have one with a spotlight? Yeah, you. Better spotlight. Toss the scanner. This gives additional armor for both types with the same cooldown and cost. Okay. Good, let me check the missions. Arc rifle. Eradication ray. Some of those names are unnecessarily edgy. Flesh harvest for an instant combustor, which is probably like the better flamethrower. You unlock another tech priest and the Skitari Vanguard Alpha 3, so I'm gonna go with you. Grab all 4 of those, and then 2 of these, and like I want a servitor, so I'm gonna grab you, 1 of each of these, and Skitari Ranger Alpha. Get the Vanguard Alpha, okay. A serious matter has come to my attention, Margus. I fear I can only discuss it with you directly. My tech priests are lacking in time, manpower and resources, Subdomina. Ensure it is worthy of our time. It is. One of the Skitari officers has broken his strategic thought conditioning. That is a thing at all is disgusting. And disappeared from our comsnet. The conditions in the Tomb of Abjam have caused a complete psychological breakdown. In short, he has gone mad. This is a material and moral threat. I return shock at the prospect. You are right to bring this to me. It must be dealt with swiftly and discreetly. I can narrow down the Alpha's last location, but its approximate target at best. You'll have to find him. My priests will locate and neutralize the wayward soul. What intelligence do we have on Necron activity in that area? Alpha broke under fire. Necrons he was fighting will still be there. And Margus, when you find him, what logic demands must be done. Exactly. We have 2 endpoints. One is directly next to me. Gonna take the long way around, but probably ignore the runes. The glyphs. Could be Alpha, but then again he won't be the only human bleeding in this tomb. Cohort picks up human tracks and smeared blood leading deeper into the tomb. Proceed to trail along the trail with caution, watching for perils and ambushes. Follow the trail as quickly as possible. This might be a chance to catch up with the wayward Alpha. Or find a route parallel to the trail in case it's a trap laid by the Necrons. Just be cautious. Cohort falls behind as they check every corner waiting for Necrons. The trail peters out and they realize that they have gone some way off their intended course and must waste time retracing their steps. Well, at least no awakening. A series of bloodstains, evidently deliberately painted, cover one wall of the chamber head. They form a series of dots and smears which seem to have a conscious pattern to them. Decipher. Try to find whatever messages and bloodstains are trying to impart. Send a picture of the patterns in the hope it can be translated by someone else on the cast with. This one is always bad until now. Remove the bloodstains. Whatever they mean, they should not be left for other Skitari to find. Delete. increased necromancy in the court, obliterates the markings and move on. They do this quietly and swiftly, continuing to stay ahead of the Necrons seeking them out. Why was the awakening increased then? Oh, whatever. A Skitari trooper lies dead on the floor of this chamber. It is clearly not the Alpha Yuzik, and there is a sign of telltale Necron Ghostfire. The body has not been dismembered in the manner typical of a flayed one attack. Examine the body. Ignore the body, it is not the only dead trooper in the tomb of Joe. Or check the adjoining chambers in case the body is the bait for a trap. Suspicion, examine it. Though I am loath to say it, I hope this is done by our rogue Alpha. Otherwise it means there is more than one mad Skitari in this tomb. The body has been stabbed with a standard issue Skitari entrenching tool, which is still embedded between its ribs. It is definitely apparent the trooper was killed by a fellow Skitari. Well, the flares are quite maddening. So it wouldn't actually wonder, or wouldn't actually surprise me if multiple Skitari went mad. Well, that's a death mark. Oh, and is this a Lich God? This indeed appears to be a challenging foe for sure. These remind me of the storm shields we manufacture for Terminator squads. Agreed, they certainly represent the most elite of the Necrons that we've seen so far. If it follows the trend of other Necrons, then surely these are one of the few who appear to be able to think independently of their lords. Scan or destroy. Right, I have a few cognition points ready, which I'm gonna go ahead and use. Yep, Lich God. That's a death mark. So we have like a Flayer, 2 Lich Guards, is this... I should probably avoid the Lich Guards getting close to me. Well, luckily he can't really do a good oversight from there. Collect all cognition points. There isn't really all that many around, though. Okay, this is Scan or Destroy. Pretty sure I do not want to let that Lich Guard get close. But I also do not have a way to shoot him from here. Okay. Manarius. You will buff damage. Then go ahead and heal the servitor. Or repair, I don't think there's much left to heal. And we can take a pot shot at the Lich Guard. I'm assuming that that won't be all that helpful, in fact. 7 energy armor. Damn. Oh, and they can swap? Which one did that? I would actually be surprised if that was an ability of the Lich God and not of... I believe that's a Triarch? Can't really see. You will move over to the death mark and just kill it in melee. Ah, there's a flare in the way. I forgot about that guy. Anyway, just block the way. Skitari Ranger. You will have the massive problem that you cannot deal damage to the Lich God. But you can deal damage. To, I'm pretty sure that's a... No, the Praetorians had these weird jump... the weird jump ability. Okay. You move over here. You get to shoot people in the face. And you hit both of them. Very good. Unfortunately, you don't really deal all that much damage. Resistance at this stage has been more than we would have expected of a force filled with brainless drones. Highly armored targets like these are proving to be far more resilient to our weapons than we would have predicted, and they're also driven like no other Necron to accomplish the goal of protecting the tomb. Oh! They move after you shoot them. Well, now that's unfortunate. Right. You don't even need the regeneration. The first right perk gives you, since you can just heal yourself a lot. That was unimpressive. Oh, right, refractor field. So it could have been anything up to 10 damage. The phosphor blast, I want to be close to multiple enemies for that. So move here. Canticle, gain cognition. I could have used this ability, right? Reduce the weapon points. And then C. We can attack here without hitting the servitor. Damage completely absorbed. And then he moves closer. Oh, and he can attack directly. Ah, that's unfortunate. Give yourself armor. And hit him. Get hit back. So they have apparently unlimited counterattacks, and he deals 6 damage with that hit. So yeah. Faceplate not bad, I guess. You need to move here so you can hit. Kill him for cognition. And then if you shoot him, he shouldn't move and get hit. Another hit get in by this guy. Appears that they can move about 4 or 5 fields. Call in the Vanguard and the Skitari Vanguard Alpha. Oh yeah, you can only deploy one. You will not be able to damage the Lich God. But you can show us his stat. Oh no, you're not. You're this guy. Right. I do not know how much damage you dealt, so I will not use a second attack. Okay, this should kill him. No issue. And the flare, this will not kill the flare, but he should survive the counter hits. He also probably needs something to heal himself with. Because those do count as attacks. Yep. Okay, Servitor Punch. Actually dealt damage. 8 damage, so that was at least a 9 damage hit through the armor. And he on the other hand has 7 physical armor. So it looks like they have about 8 to 9, maybe 10 armor. With one of the armor types being set up better than the other. Yeah, nice crit. Looking at this, I'm guessing that the best tactic would be to make like a corridor with melee units, like Skitari Vanguards and Skitari Vanguard Alpha and Skitari Alphas, and then having other people shoot through it, shoot at them. Not a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage though. Damn. Immobilize you. Oh, he gets to counterattack that as well. Ah, that's bad. Nope, he has too much armor for that. Damn, those guys hurt. So yeah, probably like make a corridor with melee units. And then shoot at the Lich Guard from behind them so the Lich Guard moves the entire corridor down. For the cognition gauge, use this first. Over here. For the cognition gauge. Heal yourself and then shoot with the phosphor blast that deals energy damage, right? Yeah, so that should kill him. And destroy the target as well. Minus the Necron Awakening. I would have preferred to get the... Oh wait. Still Mariokus. There was not a... No, those are warriors. I thought they're immortals. I haven't played in a while. Get this. Wait. Right, you are the... I need to learn which Magus is which. Out of range. Okay. It's only a warrior, so this should kill him. It in fact didn't. I'm surprised. Not sure if this of the mechadendrites are worth it, because the normal weapons gain +1 damage. The mechadendrites do not, but the mechadendrites still trigger the damage taken from using them. Okay, Tech Priest must escape. There are 2 enemies left. That should be fine. Should be relatively easy to accomplish. Right, the damage the mechadendrites deal is not worth the damage you take from them, I feel. Unless maybe there are better mechadendrites later on that actually count as attacks. Oh, he had physical armor, so that's why he survived. Okay. Little spider priest. You do not have the range to hit him back there. But you can move here, restore your cognition, and then hit him. And the axe should actually deal enough damage to just kill him. Yep. And opportunity attacks also trigger the extra damage. Good to know. Suspect activity detected. Oh, flayed ones. Flayed ones, thankfully not all that tanky. Like, not a lot of HP. Low to no armor. There are many diversions. You will not wake up. Why is the floor shaking? Right, you can just chill in here now. Regen a bit of HP. Oh, this guy's still alive, technically. Okay, it seems like my connection is stable again. I'm quite happy about that. Heal yourself a bit while we are on the way. So this type of mission, this escape thing should end the second all enemies are destroyed. Because otherwise you're just spending like 6 rounds walking, which is never fun. And if it wants to create additional enemies the second everyone is up there, and then change to kill all enemies, it should just do that immediately. You cannot heal. Right. Move you in there. All the cognition gets taken. I should have probably started in a high difficulty grade. Sounds like word is already spreading. Damnation. Gossip moves faster than any data virus. Cohen passes close by, unit of Skitari moving toward the post elsewhere in the tomb. The tech priests overheated Skitari, discussing rumors of an alpha who has gone missing in the tomb. Questioned the Skitari about what they were speaking about, warned the Skitari about the deadly threat of nearby Necrons, and they hoped this information will focus them on the mission and not on the fate of the missing alpha, or just scold them for spreading illogical and harmful rumors, surely deleterious to security and morale, are scrutinized. Thank Olympus Mons, they don't know about our rogue alpha after all. We had better make sure it stays that way. Olympus Mons. Skitari are evasive, but eventually becomes clear that they are discussing a Skitari officer who fell down a seemingly bottomless shaft in the tomb and was never seen again. They have quite a few of those, as far as I can tell. Okay, grab the glyph. Try this one. -3 cognition points. Unfortunate. Thankfully, I have enough of those. Extra Necrons in battle. This looks like the work of the Rogue Alpha. Is this some kind of offering to the Necrons? A simple offering of a red rifle ammunition and ration packs lies at the foot of a tarnished statue that may represent Lord Ubjao. Pray, counter the act of blasphemy with prayer. Prayer use, search through the offering for anything invaluable. Or purge, destroy the offering and the statue. No evidence left behind. God makes short work of destroying the statue and the crude offerings. However, high-yield red rounds concealed under a pile of tributes ignite and hit the cohort with a burst of radiation too acute for the red cleanses to filter out. The Alpha's madness is kept secret for now, but the cohort continue on the worse for wear. Weren't we aware of the red rounds? I'm pretty sure it said so in the original event description. Mission objectives: find the Skitari Alpha. So we have a Lich Guard, a Death Mark, a Lich Guard, another Death Mark, another Lich Guard, and 2 warriors. That looks a bit scuffed. And my servitor is dead. Also have a few flayers. Death God just immediately basically kills something. Okay, he survived. Right, so he overwatches this cone. Go ahead. You should be able to move here. Lower the weapon cost. This should hit quite a bit, yes. Necron Varguard, okay. I would prefer if you didn't stand back there. Okay, perfect. Then immediately fill the cognition, or I can use this. Then heal thyself. Do it again. Walk up to punch. Didn't actually kill him, and then taunt everybody. This is the Lich God up here, okay. And then you'll fill the cognition gauge. So the Vargal is the guy who switches, who has like, what is this, a face spear? You go ahead and buff this Guitari. Then go ahead and heal him as well. Again. Then heal him. Okay, I should have enough energy to canticle for additional damage. Then to shoot the man. This should give him an opportunity attack. Damage absorbed, fortunate. Then you will shoot this man, get him off the stage. Protect yourself from hits. At least like 50% dodge chance. And then have everybody shoot him. And damage absorbed is unfortunate. Oh, that didn't actually trigger him. Huh, interesting. Wonderful. Okay, melee boy. How much you have? 7 armor. You deal 6 damage. You do not have an opportunity attack because you are... Right. You will go ahead and snipe the death mark again. Right. Disable his weapon. Does not actually disable his weapon. Good to know. I'm just gonna go ahead and use the heal here. I do not want to lose the elf, the Vanguard, the Skitari Ranger. Just go through all of the names and sometimes you will hit the correct one. Five. Okay, now can I do anything with this one? Not really. I can shoot this guy again, kill him, but I don't think that's necessary. Instead, deal damage to this guy, who also has 7 physical armor. You go ahead and heal him. Oh, wonderful. The acid did it. Oh, there's a third Lich God up there, okay. Right, the Vanguard cannot hurt him. We have learned that much. So, you are instead shooting the Vanguard. See if you can hurt him. You can. In that case, do it again. Perfect. Necron Awakening level 5, unfortunate. And more flayed ones showing up. Quite a lot of them, actually. Are you gonna leave? Yeah. Right, so you are a problem. You will delay. And then you will move here. Shoot the Lich God, that should kill him. Remove him from the battlefield immediately. And then let's see if you can kill the flayed one in melee. You can in fact not. Need to kill him before he wakes up again. Then you move over here. I know that apparently even if he has the Gargoyle TARDIS open, he will use opportunity attacks. So I want to put him somewhere where it's absolutely sure no Necron will walk it next to. You just go ahead and kill this man. Then walk up. You should be able to kill at least 2 of them. Oh, I forgot the Overwatch. Thankfully it didn't really do all that much damage. Oh, you can kill 2 and hurt the Lich God. Okay, Lich God moves up. 3 to 4 damage. Yeah, that's fine. Then again, you should probably retreat a bit. You can hit up there? Elevation apparently not an issue. Right. This Lich God also has 7 armor, so shooting him won't be all that necessary with the Vanguard. And you do not have points for another shot. You... No, you cannot move. You cannot kill him because that... Okay, you can do it with this gun. I tried to do it with the melee weapon, but that would have cost me a cognition and prevented me from using the phosphor blaster. Which, if you move 1 ahead, you should be able to hit the guy back there as well. Yes. Okay, Lich Guard's still alive. Counterattacks. Hurts. I will not punch you because you will not take damage from it. Who did he shoot? Kind of issue that you can't see who he shot. So this is a funny thing. He knows the guy is there, but he cannot see him. Damage absorbed, wonderful. Go ahead and hit him. And then you will leave the Lich God alone for now. You do not have any targeting. Shoot him anyway. Three, four. Oh, I should have moved. I shouldn't have moved that close, especially since he will now additionally get an opportunity attack. This is gonna hope for a miss. It was not a miss. You should probably not shoot at him again. I wonder if there are any melee weapons that deal energy damage. Okay, so he also has high physical armor. That's a good question. Where is the Skitarii Alpha? I just read the objective again. Also reminder, this used to be a human colony. Not anymore. Okay. Sell his metals. Now, shoot him. The Lich Guard needs to go immediately. And then you should actually be able to hit both of them, if I line it up correctly. Apparently not. This way. One down immediately, the other still have to hope. Get a bit of cognition back. So this Lich God is basically the only remaining problem. The Necron Warrior is not an issue. And the Death Mark just got shot in the face. Death Marks are, fortunately, really squishy. Which is valid, given the absurd range they have. Right, so you're gonna heal yourself, and then we're gonna wait for the Lich God to move up. Since the Necron Warrior will take a little while until he arrives. You also heal yourself. And then again, heal yourself. You are still buffed, so I will not remove the Will not remove the servo skull from you. Get additional energy damage. You go ahead and scan here. This is, I believe, the only scan point. And now kill all enemies. You're gonna go ahead and destroy this immediately. Get the Necron Awakening level down a bit. Well, not actually down, but good enough, I guess. Seven damage. Nice. He didn't actually move? Why not? The machine spirit shot from this guy is so good. Like 3 additional damage just because he's him. And this man is actually in range. Incredible. Do it again. And threat eliminated. Good. He's too far gone, Margos, but I can't make this decision for you. A man's Skitarii Alpha is hunched against the wall in front of you. He has ripped out his augmentics and one of his eye sockets is empty. It is a scene of gory horror. His breathing is labored and he is filthy with blood. Exercise. Try to exercise his madness with prayer. Restrain the officer, he can be returned to the Casus Metallicon, or execute him. He's beyond help and he represents far too serious a threat to the morale of the mission. Execute. The court shoots the officer down where he stands. He is instantly killed and his sin expunged from the human race. The court completes the somber deed and turns the minds to how a fully conditioned Skitarii Alpha could lose his wits in this way. Great. A better spotlight. Nice. The Alpha's corpse is carried out of the tomb by the court. In a sheltered clearing, while the body is doused in promethium and burned. No trace of the Alpha's madness remains, and the matter is treated from then on as though it never occurred. A sorry deed, but it had to be done. My thanks, Margos. Even the Skitarii are not immune to psychological casualties, and if word got out of this Alpha's madness, they would only have become more susceptible. Every soldier has his weaknesses. It is a logical necessity for a commander to take them into account in the decision-making process. I'd rather we were defined by our strength and not our weaknesses, but missions like this remind me how fragile we are in a place like the tombs of Silver Tenebris. It is the ideal of the tech priesthood to remove those weaknesses by making our physical form closer to the machine. True flawlessness has yet to be attained. Right. Okay, Lich Guards are apparently worth quite a lot of Blackstone. I still think the Boggart looks like it has a gun on its back. Right, Skitarii Vanguard Alpha level 3. 70% awakening. Chant of the Remorseless Fist. Next attack will break 6 physical armor. Okay, plus 15 movement for 1 round. Stride across the stars and spread with you the word of the machine god. Neftusk sector located. A sense of monumental muscular power fills this tomb. It is a deafening industrial sprawl, echoing the forge worlds of the Adeptus Mechanicus, but unmistakably alien. Its inner workings and architecture are laid open to see. Pipework and support beams span the spaces between hulking masses of machinery. The air is heavy and hot with steam and tastes of leaking fuel. From everywhere comes the grinding din of huge engines underfoot while pistons hammer endlessly. Canoptic layer constructs continue to assemble new areas and structures, locked in a constant cycle of rebuilding. Columns of scarab constructs repair and remake. It would be folly to assume they are the only inhabitants. Okay. Maybe new enemies. And we have another boss fight. The Corrupted King. Lord Ubjao, yeah, he looks like he has Slayer issues. And an additional slot for deployment. I want that. But first of all, Magus Thoth. You will be an engine seer. And you will get all the engine seer upgrades immediately. Doesn't really matter because I'm gonna unlock all of them anyway. So, Engine Seer should be good to have around, just to heal a bunch. And then... So, Dominus is a ranged weapon, Xenorite, Secutor is the buff dude. I'm gonna go with this. I'm gonna be honest, I want to have this ability to command fire on every single tech priest, and then in one turn just unleash the absolute hailstorm of like 6 Gitari at once at an enemy. Could probably one turn a boss with that. Okay, so the servant. Also, I can buff 2 different support units now. 2 troops, so you can cleanse target of any negative effects, and negative effects last 1 less turn. Still 1 HP at the end of the unit's turn. This Prayers is just a cooldown ability, a cooldown heal. Curation claws have less cooldown and restore more HP, and this is just an immediate heal on all tech priests or troops. Okay. I will equip you with 2 Curation claws, because of course I will. I don't know why you have it in front of your face, but okay. And then of course I will equip you with 2 Curation Mercadendrites, because healing is what you do. You will then get 2 of those Gamma pistols, because you don't really need anything else. And then you can have... Which helmet is better? Physical, energy, but also health. Since it's the Flare King, I'm gonna go with the physical damage reduction, and I think I need better Curatio Claws. Also, he's already just brimming with skills. Melee weapon, this is the best I have, I believe. I love how just equipping this helmet. Okay, you can't really see behind the cowl if he has hair. Okay, so Magus Thoth, Manu Healer. Then I do not have enough Blackstone to develop anything else. Our Mechanicus sector would give me this Carrion Infiltrator, but I want this additional slot. Also gives me better Xenorite Axe, and frankly my melee guy needs it. So I'm gonna go with the Lord. Then I'm gonna bring along 3 ranged units. 4 to 6. This is 2 to 4. So yeah, the Skitari Ranger is more versatile. The Skitari Vanguard is basically just shoot someone a bunch. So I'm gonna bring 2 of those. Skitari operations in the Tomb of Ubjao report probable sarcophagus location. Target reanimation unknown. Ubjao. Ubjao is a plague upon Silver Tenebris. His ranting broadcasts have demoralized the Skitari to the point that they are barely maintaining a foothold in his tomb. If he weaks fully and becomes an active combatant, the Skitari will have to fall back. Target profile includes probable flare, virus infection, and extreme behavior and predictability. Standard Necron warform. Target protocols ineffective. New coursing solutions in progress. If we have a chance to cut out this cancer, then we must take it. Influence excision confirmed as objective. Lord Ubjao must die. Release the hounds. She is weird. I did not think that tech priests are allowed to know what hounds are. We know where he is, but we don't know what we'll find when we get there. Ubjao's mad, and the flare virus could have turned him into a monster. Mission priorities are speed, target identification, and mental resilience. Ubjao likely morale, as well as physical threat. What makes him difficult to fight is also the reason he has to die. I do not relish the fallout from this mission, Magi, but the consequences of letting Ubjao live are worse. Possible biological/mechanical fusion requires attack solution recalculation. Recommend fire. Suits me. Fireworks and everything. Right. So boss levels are incredibly linear most of the time. Touch the glyph. This one should be good, I believe. Initiative down. Wonderful. Touch the next glyph. This one. Plus 2 HP. Everything is full health already anyway. Possibly Ubjao. Higher value target visual reverence potential. A relief of a glowing Necron Lord looms from the wall of this chamber, visible through the smears of filth and gore that cover so much of the tomb of Ubjao. Ransack. The image suggests the enemy chamber is important. Search it for anything of value. I do not want to dig around in here. Relay pickups of the image to the Castus Metallicant for study or remove. Take the image off the wall so it can be transported to it. No, just record it. Visual reference locked. Prior to flare, virus infection. Ubjao's role potential enforcer of Necron laws. Oh, cognition points. 4 of them. Very nice. It almost looks like a ritual site. Do these things have a religion? Or it could be a trap. Tasty. Several human skulls, still bloody and evidently recently removed from their former owners, sit in a circle on the floor. They appear to have been deliberately placed. Place a monitoring device near the skulls to see if the flayed ones return to it. Must be a trap, avoid the circle. Passing after that must be marked even here. Pray over the skulls. A scientific. Shortly after being placed, the device activates and transmits a brief pict scream to the Castus Metallicant. It shows the image of the skulls flickering, then being replaced by a vast landscape of writhing corpses that churns and pulsates beneath scorched black sky. The device then cuts out, destroyed by unknown means. Oh, was that the flare dimension? I'm assuming that was the flare dimension that we saw there. crushed and mangled body of a Skitari lies among the detritus of this chamber. Unlike the other that encountered in the tombs, it shows no signs of ghost blasters of Necron warriors or the blades of the flayed ones. Instead, it looks to have fallen victim to a massive blunt trauma. Examine the corpse for clues about its death. Funeral rate, pray for the omniscient to get soul or cremated. Cause of death. Evident presence of high value target. Full reanimation probable. The body was crushed by a huge weight, inconsistent with the Necron warform so far encountered in the tomb. In the absence of environmental causes, it is apparent an unknown construct of great size caused the death. High probability, trail of the prey. Close in on the quarry. Let the baying commence. The tracks of something huge run through this chamber, leaving gouges in the gore-smeared floor. Whatever this was, it left scraps of torn skins and glows of shredded muscle tissue in its wake. Slow and purposeful, follow the tracks cautiously so as to not alert the target, lie in wait, 7 on machine cars to target the chance this way, or make haste. Follow the trail with low speed, slow and purposeful. Cohort moves carefully along the route indicated by the tracks, maintaining stealth as much as possible. They are able to inspect some of the remains left in the wake of the creature, many of whom are Skitari whose augmentations and gear can be salvaged as the cohort passes by. That seems kind of disrespectful to the dead. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that the levels are, the boss levels are linear and exactly its length, so you have an appropriate awakening level when you reach the boss. A literal heart of corruption. Lives of Gyarados 7360. If it has not a head to sever, cut out the heart. High value target confirmed. Combat capabilities confirmed. Biomechanical structure apparent. Hypothesis. Ref. Flare virus. Hybrid machine / curse / bioviral infection. Imperative. Acquire samples. The coursing is complete. The quarry is at bay. Strike for the kill. This chamber is dominated by a hideous sight. A mass of flesh and body parts pulses in the center of the chamber, like a cocoon assembled from the corpses of the tomb's dead. The mass is composed of both fresher Skitari dead and older mummified bodies, probably from the vanished settlers of St. Eckhart's Hope. Yeah, pretty sure that the settlers didn't have fun here. Yo, this chamber looks sick though. And I'm very unfortunate that I do not have Overwatch of any kind. Okay, if I see this correctly, I have to move the spiral upwards to Lord Ubjao. I have enough to summon all of my Skitari. And then I will make sure that everybody is relatively close. With Megos Toth being in the back, as well as Manarius and Jeremiah. Then Leonardus is a melee man. And Oriokus is tank man. Okay, that should be fine. Right, you use your... So, how many... There are no cognition points here. That is unfortunate. Because that means that I basically only get cognition from... Canticles? And my... not Lex Mechanic. I don't remember what the class is called. The one that gives, +2 damage to troops. Okay. Then Jeremiah, you can come here and you should actually be able to just immediately kill a man. Not quite. Though maybe. No, not quite. Unfortunate. Okay, Magus Oriokus, you move forward. And unfortunately not in range. You can go Tech Priest unit gains +1 physical armor. Oh. Is this from the Lex Mechanic? I didn't even see that. You are gonna go ahead and reveal his stats. 30 HP and apparently no armor of any kind. Though he does look kinda sick with the heads in front. And the spine. You're just gonna move over here. In that corner, no one should bother you. I want to use his first hit to just absolutely obliterate Ugjo. Should be a kill. Yep. Oh, he gains HP if I kill something. Interesting. So the best way to do this would be to just make sure not to kill any of the flyers. But that's not really an option now, is it? You buff. Wait, does the buff stack? If the buff stack, that's actually kinda sick. Right. You have a bunch of heals. Also the negative effect cleansing, I don't think...
Years without counting, I have slumbered, and the nightmares did not end.
I'm pretty sure that canonically Flayers should not be able to speak. I was pretty sure that it's actually a point in the law that they cannot... that they physically are unable to speak. You will delay your turn. You will delay your turn. You will move here. And shoot. I like how his Phosphor Blast is just smoking. Crit for 3 damage, that's okay. That's fine. You will move in this corner because no one should bother you there. And Ugjo seems to be actually really lucid for a flare. So I'm pretty sure that the buff stacks, because holy shit, how can you move that far? Yep, the buff stacks. That's actually kinda cool. So if you have like 6 of those, you can absolutely uber buff for example, a Sicarian. Sicarian Ruststalker, which deal true damage. Yeah, that would be really good, I believe. Also, the Sicarian Ruststalker should have basically infinite crit chance at the end of a battle if they attack often enough. Oh, nice crit. Do it again. Not a crit. Hit in the face did it though. He's already at 46 HP. 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 So he just summons more and more ads that then buff him whenever you kill one. That buffs him with more HP. And then I'm assuming as soon as you enter the platform, he will fight you directly with whatever amount of HP you've given him prior to that. You just shoot him with this. It should kill him. $50 HP by now. Okay. So speed is actually kind of of the essence. But you cannot waste cognition. You cannot waste too many cognition points getting up there. Oh, now the tomb's open as well. A death mark! Fuck. Manarius, I'm gonna need you to just immediately demolish that. Well, one shot would have been enough. Okay. Right, not that many flayed ones remaining here. None down there. So I think I'm gonna, no, I'm not gonna involve Leonardus. This should be a kill. And indeed it is. I still have the no, I didn't. I don't have the canticle. I used that. But I still have the canticle to increase all damage. Now, technique for the boss fight itself is this guy in the front, have him tank with the spotlight. That gives me cognition if Ubjao hits him. So you need to actually move another step. He can give himself additional armor. I need to check what class gives that ability. And if there's one for energy armor as well, because if there is, you could potentially super buff one tech priest to just be absolute junk. And I should probably diversify the buffs a bit, because the vanguards are lagging behind. 62 max HP. Considering that I deal like 6 damage per hit and I have 8 units, that's not actually all that much. And some of them can shoot twice, so I have like 15 attacks per turn. More ads behind. And a death mark. That's not a good spot for you, friend. Oh, they can actually attack if they're directly next to someone. I thought they only attack the current target. Right, this is the next one. So you're gonna go ahead and shoot him. And then do that again. And you are the buffer, so you will buff him. And then you will go punch this man. 66. So he'll probably have like 100 HP when I get up there. Will of the machine gun. Behold again. Not you though. That was not a kill. Just shoot what's behind you and then move on. You go ahead and punch this man. Not quite a kill. I think he should die to acid though. You will move here. I'm guessing that deathmarks will come out here and there. And I want to make sure that I gotta be honest, he will probably not be able to keep all of his keep his Cocogultatus until the end. They didn't switch target. Maybe because he was already down. Damage absorbed, good. And additional cognition. Okay, he didn't immediately die. Good. Move here, get the flare out, and it seems that he only gets this blood ritual, this blood ritual thing when I kill a flare, not a death mark. Okay, you can shoot the flare from here, so that's fine. You will hit him. And then you shoot the flare. So the flare next turn should move towards him, in which case he will auto attack if he's not already first. Ratio clock cooldown 1. So you can heal technically per turn like 8 to 12 HP. This is really good. And every 3 turns.
Take this pain. Know my suffering.
Every 3 turns he can heal an additional 7. So he can heal like 20 health per turn. Every 3 turns. Which is quite a lot. You need to move up a bit anyway. Crit, unfortunately not a kill. Still not down. On the positive side, that also means he didn't trigger his blood thing yet. This should be a kill. It is. And then you will move on to follow your melee friend. You go ahead and punch him. He will phase shift out. Do not use the secondary weapon. Secondary weapon not really all that useful in this mission, I feel. The Phosphor Blaster. Because the flares aren't really all that much of a danger to warrant actually using it. I want to post up everyone before I move on there. Oh, nice, a crit. Okay. The Skitari Ranger is, I believe, faster, just baseline, than the Skitari Vanguard, so I'm gonna redistribute the buffs. Good. 78 by now. I'm guessing that this will reactivate next turn. You go ahead and shoot this man. 82. You are currently both. I'm pretty sure you're currently buffing the other. No, you're buffing the Skitari. Okay, the Ranger. All of them are Skitari. Do you? No, you cannot hit back there.
Steeped in death, driven by hate, I brim over with this agony.
I'm gonna be honest though, this man does not look big enough. This man does not necessarily look bigger than 8 damage, okay. You will retreat a bit because I want Oriokas to be the front guy. So that was 7 damage, it's okay. And the last death mark. This is the flayed one back there. Move here. Shoot. Most of my tech priests are not actually dealing all that much damage because I prefer the all turnaround option, so to speak. The all armor option. And he's the only one that really hits damage with that. I should probably switch to weapons that deal damage based or that are blocked by armor based around which tomb I'm in. But I think that would actually be better than having the one size fits all option. One point damage. Right. Shoot him. And then Oriokas, I wanted to be the main tank of this operation. Right, cognition points down. Shoot up Joe. Shine a spotlight on yourself. And then build the cognition gorge. Fill the cognition gauge. Then you can use this and then charge max the machine spirit of all weapons, and then you're gonna punch him. 13 damage. Very nice. He does not have a counterattack. Good. But he will have an opportunity attack, I'm pretty sure. Though I don't need to use that since he's taunted. And I'm pretty sure that the power generator buff will remain for the next turn. Can I disable his weapon? Opportunity attack. Punch him. Take him out. This should hurt. Do it again. So damage wise, this is probably the best troop I have until now. Oh, you can actually shoot him from there. Very good to know. Unfortunate crit. And now, Thoth's turn. Can you from here mark him? Yes, you can. So, first of all, shoot him. I do not want the Deathmark to return. I do not want to fly it to stand up and just be in melee with some of my units. Then you heal the Vanguard. And then everybody shoots him again. And then we're gonna heal all tech priests. Pray the damage away.
I feel the sleepless night ending. The nightmare turning to oblivion. At last, it is over.
So he seems kinda happy about dying. Though, as he's a flyer, I can understand. And the last Deathmark actually spawned down there. Interesting. I would have loved if just a Varga came out there and swapped Ujo with itself, and then you have to walk all the way back. Shoot once. Move up here. I can only use one of them, fortunately, so I'm just gonna shoot. Which should be enough damage anyway. Perfect. So I don't think he's unhappy about this. The hulking horror that is Lord Ubjao collapses to the ground in a mass of torn flesh and ruptured metal. The fusion of biological and mechanical parts prevents the remains from teleporting away in their entirety, leaving many gory chunks of Ubjao's structure oozing on the floor. The cohort can recover these after they have given the Omniscia thanks for helping them prevail against such a monstrosity. Kill confirmed. Unmaking concluded. At great cost, none who witness Lord Upjar will be the same. Even my neurovault struggle to contain the disgust and dread at such a sight. Bodies heal, minds heal. Lord Upjar remains dead. Time is on our side. The tomb of Ubjao will still a moral threat, but with Ubjao gone, it will not continue to get worse. We may yet hold it, Captrix. We may yet be victorious on Silver Tenebris. The concept of victory is dependent on high-value target eliminations. There will be more calls to the chase. The hunt is not yet finished. I do not think I will be able to kill all of the Necron Lords in this, because Category of the answer. Next attack will deal plus 8 damage. Okay, Saragon sector located. The magnificence of a long-vanished dynasty is perfectly preserved in this tomb, overwhelming in its aggressive grandeur. The halls are polished, grandiose marvels, adorned with the images of Necrons glowing down a sword off the eyes of the unworthy. This place is a monument to the power and arrogance of the interred. Every surface reflects the assumption of total authority. The dark opulence boils over into obscenity as if the creator thought of itself not just as a king, but as a god. The human, the wealth contained within this place is astonishing, but such concerns within the presence of whatever the tomb was built to aggrandize. It is impossible for such a monument of power to go unguarded. Right, I can directly... Difficulty praise the Omniscia, right, Overlord Saragon, Vizier Melop, Grand Architect Neftusk. I would have guessed that maybe. So right, we have Agrolak, Ekropus and Ubjao down, but we have not yet killed Melop and Neftusk. And I'm kind of wondering if... Right, Melop and Neftusk. So these are the two... Is there no Namazar here? Wait. I thought every dynasty had one. And a Farron at that. So these join him because I have not killed them prior. So I will try to kill them first before going in the tomb. In Saragon. To make sure that... Oh, Heavy Destroyer. To make sure that they are not there to assist him. I will not do that today, however, because I will leave now. Therefore, thank you for watching, if someone watches, and I hope you have a good night.